Hello, welcome to Keyboard Alert Training. I'm Clint Harvey with Data Garden, and today I want to go over the keyboard alert system we refer to as the KAS system, and discuss with you what type of alerts can be sent out, who receives those alerts, and how to utilize the system. What is KAS? KAS is a keyboard alert system. It's a tool for sending and receiving alerts from your work computer. Its purpose is to allow you to quickly get alert notifications to others when some type of event is experienced. You could send keyboard alerts out in two different ways. One is by pressing and holding a series of keyboard keys, such as Control plus Shift plus S, or using the mouse to open a graphical alert notification that's down in the assist tray area. How do you know if KAS is running on your machine? Well, first of all, it should be running on your machine because we install it on every machine at Preston Memorial. How do you check that? Is you look down in the sys tray and you should have an icon down here. It says KAS on it. Sometimes that icon will be up in this area where the bulk of icons reside, such as that. If it's the case, we'd like for you to grab that icon and drag it down here and so you see it all the time. If that icon is colored white, it is online and your KAS system is communicating. If it's colored red, it's offline, and that generally means that we're performing some type of system maintenance, and we'll have it back up shortly. If you see it's red for any type of extended period of time, please contact your IT department. If you see that it is not on your machine, it's not located up front or right here, please contact your IT department. We would like to get that set up. So, as mentioned, two ways to send keyboard alerts. One is a series of keys, the other is the graphical interface. When using a key press, you must press those keys down for at least 1 second. We do this so you don't accidentally send an alert notification out if you happen to hit two keys simultaneously or cleaning your keyboard. The second way will be using the KAS icon that we looked at before. This is why it's important to have that always shown. All you have to do is double click it and you will receive the categories that has been assigned to your group, your area, or your particular user account. From there, you will choose the category of the alert that you would want to send, such as a security alert, and then you would be presented with the actual alerts to send. We will look at that here. On this particular machine, we have multiple alerts. I will click on the security alert category, and from there I can send an alert for police 911 emergency. I can send an alert for security assistance or an alert for watch my back. We'll talk about that one shortly. There are other alerts. Once you saw the other categories, you can actually change your category here. If I really need to see a medical alert, I can switch it here. I can look at the other alerts. Or I could always just close that, come back in here and reselect another category. Either way will work. It is important to note that the keyboard alert system will not work if your machine is locked. The keystrokes will not work if your machine is locked. Your machine must be unlocked and you can see your desktop. If it's the case that you need to have alerts go out because your machine's often locked, we can add a USB button that lights up that plugs into your computer, or other mechanisms so you can send alerts out while your machine is locked. But if your machine is not turned on, it's not logged in, or it's not, if you cannot see the desktop, the keyboard alert system will not work. When you receive a notification, in addition to being able to send them, you can receive notifications. You will be presented with generally some type of color-coded message that will designate the type of alert. In this case, it's an orange message. It could be a green message for more just an informational message. Security alerts are generally a white message with red and blue flashing. It'll pop up on your machine. When you see that, you can click the stop flashing button to stop the flashing. If it makes audible noises, that same button will stop, flash, and silence. And then when you're finished with the alert, you can close it. We'll go ahead and send an alert to this machine from another machine. When that alert comes through, I'll send it from a kitchen area. Pops up, it'll take up your full screen. On there, you can see the time that it was sent, what machine it was sent from, text associated with the alert that will be pre-programmed in, some text that has been assigned to the from the machine that it came from, perhaps alert area, and then a location. I have a flexible location, so I actually specified it came from the kitchen. That's why it says location flexible. Generally, it'll just show up from the location you send it at. And we can talk about flexibles towards the end. When you're finished with the alert, you can close the alert. It will bring back the alert interface. You can close that as well. If you wanted to, you can send another alert out yourself. This will show you alerts that you have received, and then some other options that you can work with on the system. We'll cover those in the non-abbreviated version of the training. So who receives your KAS alert? Well, it depends on where you send it from, what department you're in, what alerts have been assigned to you. So there's a lot of rules and policies of who's going to receive the alerts when you send one out. Today we want to talk about security alerts. When you send a security alert out, which will be either a 911 emergency, a security assistance needed, or a watch my back, those alerts will go to the following locations always. The facilities team, there's a command center back in the facilities area. It's a high-end security system that shows the maps of the facility, it shows the locations, it has camera call-ups. When you click that, when you send an alert, it'll go to that machine or to that system. It'll pull up maps at your location, it'll pull up the video from your location, and it'll make a lot of noise. No one will miss it back in that area when you send an alert. Preston Memorial often employs a third-party security team. They work nights. Sometimes during events, they'll work day shifts as well. That team carries a Windows tablet, has a very similar system that's what's in the command center. It's a mobile version of what's in the command center. Make a lot of noise, bring up the maps, show video of your location when you hit the alert. They also have a security phone that they carry. They will receive text messages on that security phone of your location and of that alert information. In addition to those locations, we also have members within the Preston Memorial that fall within a response group or a notification group. Those in the notification group, they'll receive the KAS pop-ups on their desktops as well, or their laptops as well, as we saw before. So they're receiving your alerts, and we have quite a few people in our notification groups. And these are generally nurse administrators, administrative teams, managers, and people that have pretty much signed up to receive notifications. We also have a response group that, in addition to that, they will see the pop-ups. They also get email notifications, and they get text messages. Some folks will actually even get video notifications as well that'll pop up the video. So when you send the alert, it's going out to numerous locations, numerous people. In addition to that, sometimes, for example, after 4 p.m. when you send an alert, those alerts will go to the Preston Memorial Hospital laboratory. There's always someone in the lab, or almost always, I should say. And so after 4 p.m., just in case someone's not in facilities or someone's, not at the security desk, we also send our notifications there. We want to make sure someone knows that you're under duress. For some departments, we'll send it to surrounding departments. For example, if you send it from the front desk at the check-in at the main entrance, we'll want to send it to the patient access areas, and we'll send it back to the emergency department. We're letting people surrounding you, very close to you, know that something is concerning in this particular area right next to them or right next to yourself. 911 alerts. 911 alerts will go directly to the Preston County 911 Center. They will get the KAS notifications on a big monitor. They actually also get video for a short amount of time, so a video from that area will also pop up. So they have maps of the hospital, the facility, so when it pops up and says we have an alert in the acute care area, they know exactly where the acute care area is at. They can see outside video, sometimes inside, depending on if it's a public location that we've programmed in, that they will have for a short amount of time. So when they're dispatching police to assist with the alert, they can ensure that they can communicate that information that they're seeing. An active shooter alert. An active shooter alert will go to every machine, every group, Preston County 911, basically anyone that we can communicate with within the keyboard alerting system, we're communicating with. So very careful with that alert. We don't want to send that out accidentally, but we want to make sure that that alert is available should you need it. As mentioned, we do have notification areas. So when you send out an alert, you're sending it from your notification area. You'll receive notifications based upon your alert categories based upon your location. How do you know what notification you're in? The KAS icon, if you right click it, you'll see a couple of commands there. You can refresh your alerts. You can actually do some tests on your alerts. But you can see your location. I'm in a location called Test KAS area. I use for training purposes. But this will generally say something like HR or acute care, clinic, laboratory. So that is what others are going to see when you send an alert notification. So please right-click on the icon and ensure that your location is correct. If it is not, please send an email or a ticket to the IT department so we can get that corrected. So the keystrokes that we would like to make sure that you remember. And we do have stickers that we could place on your keyboards to help you, so they're very easily recognizable. We also have laminated card cutouts that we could put at your station. So if you want to see this, you make sure you know that it's what they are. A small version of this can be pinned to your desk somewhere. Escape and F2 is security assistance needed. And that's letting someone know, I need help now. I need security. I need facilities. I need someone to come here and assist me. I have a situation. Directly below that same pattern, and we separate that pattern just so you don't accidentally hit two keys at the same time. So if you just lower your fingers down one set of keys, you come into the tilde 2. Press those, and remember, you have to hold it for at least 1 second. Hold it down, 1001. The alert will go out. And it'll pop up on the side and show you that the alert was sent and someone received it. But do count to 1001. When you do a watch my back alert is a very, very useful alert. And that's if you see something that you're not comfortable with. Someone comes into your area, you don't really have a reason right now to call security, but you just don't feel good about it. You want to make sure that someone else has got eyes on. You send this alert out, it'll pop up video back in the facilities area, it'll pop up to security. Some of the response groups can see video on their machines that for a temporary time. You're popping that up and you're telling others, keep an eye on me. Just, don't feel good about the situation. Do not be afraid to utilize this one as well. If you feel that, there's any threat at all, any discomfort, send out a watch my back. Others are watching your back. A lot of folks will actually kind of meander down in your area just to make sure that everything looks pretty good. A lot of situations can be de-escalated, just having others know that there's a potential for a situation. And then there's the Police 911 emergency. 911 is F9, F11, 911. We've actually added the space bar just to remove accidental pressing of 911 when you're cleaning your keyboard. And remember I said that the system won't work if your machine's logged off or it's locked. If you need to clean your keyboard, lock your system or log off your system. Unplug your keyboard if you have to. it still can go off accidentally, and we really don't want to send out false alarms, and make sure that, when we do send out a real alarm, that people are, very quick to respond. So we got F9, F11, and then the space bar, and that can all be hit with one hand pretty easily by most folks out there. So that covers the abbreviated version of the keyboard alert training. We do have a more extensive version. It'll talk more about the security systems, the video pop-ups, and gets into the keyboard testing and some of the other groups' rules and policies. So I encourage you to ask your team lead in your area for access to those videos. But hopefully this has helped provide you with the initial introduction that you need. Thank you.